Hello and welcome to this new series of Banished. I'm Akretio. Let's talk about what this series is about in a few minutes, but let's get started first. So let's actually go from this new map, Hicksburg. That's a decent name, I guess. Let's choose valleys, medium size, fair, climate and disasters on, and let's choose the starting conditions hard, just because I want it to be hard. And let's start. So Banished is a game about managing a small settlement and building it up and getting food. Well, that's a big part of it. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the map. Actually, let's do all of this. These are all the consoles that I will be using regularly. Event log down in the left corner, map up in the right. We have the professions, which tells how many people should be assigned to each kind of work. You also need the right type of building for all of the works except the builders, which is what builds the buildings. And the laborers, by the way, that does everything. So let's look at this map. It looks okay, but not more, I have to say. Oh well, there is quite a bit of room, and then we in this island or in this area, and then we can go over to the left side. So it's okay. Let's plan some things out. I have paused the game. Let's plan some things out first, and then we start the game, and then hopefully we won't have to pause anymore. So first thing we want to plan is a market. The market is a storage where villagers can go and collect stuff. So we want to have that in the middle where we are starting, but we don't want to build it yet. It's way too expensive right now. But by having that, we know where we can build roads. So let's actually go and do that. We build them at the edge of buildings. So let's get a road there and make it straight. And let's get another road here and get that. Oh! And over here we have a small hill that will make sure that we can't build any roads. Actually, just for the fun of it, let's build roads all the way around this market. It will take a little bit of time to build it, but I think it's worth it. So we have that. And I said we need food. So how do we get food? Well, we can get food by using crop fields. We don't have any crops in the hard mode, so we can't do that. We can have orchards. I don't know if we can use that, but I know it takes quite a while before we get any food from it. We will use it later on, both crop fields and orchards, but not right now. Pastures, we need animals, we don't have that. Fishing docks, yes, that's an excellent way of getting food early on in this game. And I think that this is a proper location for a fishing dock. Oh, yeah. You left click to place buildings in this game. I'm so used to Factorio that I will make mistakes. You can also, so fishing docks, when they are built, you assign people as fishermen, and they go there and fish and deliver food. You can also get hunting cabins and gatherers' huts. Oh, yeah, I will do that a lot. The Q button in Factorio is used to deselect. In this game, it's used to rotate the camera, so that's unfortunately something I will continue to do. So that's one thing. We have the one fishing dock. We need more food, don't worry about that. We want the roads. We have dirt road or stone road. The dirt road is free, except for the work put into it, but the stone road have a cost of stone. So dirt roads, please. Let's go for that. And we want to connect everything with roads as far as we can. It's not critical to do it, but it's good to do it. One other thing, we have the fishing dock, but close to this water. Damn it. This is a nice straight line, and I will actually set up a trading post if I'm allowed to do it. Oh, there's a hill, and I'm not allowed to set up a trading post. Okay, that's fine. Let's not set up a trading post. Actually, let's not even build this fishing shack over there. Let's get rid of these roads. Since we can't build a trading post up roads, we want the fishing shack to be up roads instead. So let's fishing docks. So let's build it over there instead, and then let's build some roads. No. Okay, let's get rid of the roads. Yeah, this game, I haven't been playing it for a couple of years, except today. And today I have totally messed up a couple of times. I have... first time I recorded for about an hour, and then I looked at the recording to see how long I had been playing, and it showed that there was nothing. I wasn't recording. So I restarted, and then I was playing for like half an hour, and checked, and nothing. It turned out that the hotkey for starting my recording is the F9, which is the same hotkey for getting this menu up. So I stopped the recording manually. Oops. Okay, so we have a fishing shack, but we need somewhere to store the fish. Let's get a storage barn just over here. We want it to be close to... or not. I mean, we want it to be close to the fishing dock, it's named. But we also want a house. I almost forgot about that. That's our problem. That was our problem last time. I forgot about building houses. Actually, I'm pretty happy that none of those recordings will go live, or that they failed, because I made a fool of myself in both. So now we have a fishing dock, and we have a house for the people doing the fishing, and we have a storage barn which is used to store store food and tools and all of that. But we need resources. Like this takes 48 logs and 16 stones to be built. So let's get those resources. And to do that, we have this menu where we can get resources, harvest trees, collect stone, or collect iron. Later on, we can also dig into the mountains or make an open quarry. In the mountains we can get iron and coal, and in the quarries we can get stone. But that's definitely not for now. So let's get some trees. And I'm intentionally using this area. Partly because it's close to where I'm building, and partly because I want to be building houses and stuff over here. So it's a great area to start with. And we want to get stone as well. Let's use the same area. And a bit over here, I think. But I don't think any of these buildings require any iron. No, they don't. So let's not get any iron yet. We will get iron soon enough. So now we have something to start with. Oh, by the way, we have 8 adults and 4 children. And the adults are working a lot. So they are working, they are doing all the work. We have 0 students, which is they are students when they go to school, so they are not working, not providing anything. But when they go out of school and they join the workforce, they do a better job than the uneducated people. And we have 4 children, which plays all day, basically. Okay, so here we have all of the people. We have a storage cart with initial resources. We have like 1200 potato and 100 firewood and so on. And we have all of them set as laborers. We want to have 2 builders. The laborers are cutting down trees, collecting stone and iron, and moving things around. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. We do need to have a stockpile. If we don't have a stockpile, what will happen is that everything will be cut down, but they have nowhere to place it. So they can't go and build the buildings. Okay, we have everything now, but we want to continue to expand immediately. And we want a hunting cabin and a gatherer's hut. But not, well, why not close by? I have tried a few times and I have failed, so maybe it's time to go pretty close to our area this time. What if we make a hunting cabin over here? And we make gatherer's hut just below. Why not? And we get a path over there. Oh, yeah. There we go. We have to repair the path when they have gotten the stone ready. For now, let's increase the game speed a bit. So, what are we actually doing in this game? Well, I have completed all of the achievements in that Steam have for this game, except 2 achievements. One achievement is the Mountain Men achievement, which is to use the harsh climate setting and use a small mountainous map. We have to maintain a population of 50 people for 20 years. Well, this isn't a mountainous map. There are loads of room, so this is not spontaneous. So it's not that challenge. The other one is uneducated. Reach a population of 300 citizens without building schools. So that's what we are going for. And that will, of course, be quite challenging. But that's exactly what we want. So the idea is that we will get a lot of people. We first have to build fishing docks, or build up to get food. Then we have to build houses for everyone, because it doesn't matter really that they are without houses now, but when it gets towards winter, then they will be freezing. And that's not really good. The reserve of logs is low. Oh, already? Okay, let's get rid of some more trees, I guess. Oh, we have already selected a great area to be removed. It is being handled. It's just a little bit slow. So the initial challenge will be food and houses. Why are you? Oh, we have gotten the fishing dock already. Let's get 3 people start working over there. And right now they will go all the way here with the fish. So we want this storage barn to get up as soon as possible, and it will be done quite fast. We can also see that 2 people have moved into this house, which is really good. meaning that we have started to get people moved in, and we have 10 people without houses. We have to fix that, of course, but all in due time. Right now we have this storage barn that needs to be built before we continue with houses. There we go. And we have all of the resources. Then let's do the hunting cabin and gatherer's hut. And let's get more houses. Houses, by the way, you have wooden houses, which is okay. They are the basic house. They can... the people can live there. Or we have stone houses that are a little bit better and stays warm way longer. And then we have the boarding house, which is... if we can't get what we need, we can use a boarding house, and then we can get a lot of people into it, but people really don't like it, so I try to stay away from it. But we need houses over here, where we are getting even more food stuff done, and we also need to get a storage barn. Let's get it over here if we can. No, we can't. Okay, let's get it over here. So we have a storage barn as well to store some more food. And oh, we have that storage barn created. Great. So we have some food production, and we are building these food houses, which is great. The food will be a problem quite soon. And this storage barn is of course to have these people from over here not have to wander that far to get to store their food. Oh, and we can see that Baniched has become an adult and is working as a laborer. That's great. So we have one more laborer. Right now we have most of the people as laborers, which is fine for now. But we soon need to do something about it. And we also need more houses. And a child was born. Let's see, it's probably in the house, yeah. It's usually in the house when people are born. I don't know where they are born, but people live in houses when they get children. Let's repair this road, shall we? There we go. Reserve of logs is low. Yeah. So let's get some more logs, I think. We are using a lot of it in the beginning. And we can see all of the resources over here. By the way, when we build a house, we have a limited amount of food. And when we build a house, the inhabitants will grab some food of different kinds and some firewood. Firewood are used during the winters to keep everyone warm, or keep the houses warm at least. So that's one important resource we need to be sure to have plenty of. That we don't have a lot of right now. But right now we have the logs for all of this. We don't have... well, oh, we have no stored stone. Okay, let's grab some stone, I guess. We need more stone to get these houses built. And this stone, I think, is in the way of these... of whatever these houses or these buildings are about to do. Yeah, as I said, I have tried a couple of times to record this before, and I did a lot of mistakes. I would have put it up if it was recorded properly, but now I'm probably still doing mistakes, but hopefully people will be able to survive at least. Okay, we have a hunting cabin being built. So let's get one hunter, and let's get... where do we have the gatherer? 2 of those. So one hunter will move in and make sure to start hunting and making creating food immediately. Oh, and it's already late autumn, so it's getting cold, but usually the first winter isn't too bad. Oh, by the way, I forgot, over here I should really have a stockpile. Yeah. That's what it is. I don't have it. Let's live with it. Let's hope we don't get any problems right now. I should get this up, and I should get these up as well. Oh, we don't have any stone again. It's also possible to increase the priority of stuff, so increase the priority of that stone, please. And yes, we can see we had 1200 food in the start, now we're down to 600. So it's pretty important to get food production up rather quickly. Once we have all of the buildings that we have marked out, I will have to build a blacksmith as well. The thing is that the people are using tools, which we have over here. And once the tools are gone, then they will still be doing their jobs, but a lot slower than before. And that will cause problems. Of course, lack of food also causes problems, and there is a lot of other things that causes problems in this game. But a lack of tools is not the kind of problem you want. So let's place it down and let's pause. Another thing we need is, you can see there is firewood. We want to have a woodcutter to create firewood for us. So let's place that and let's have a look. This goes up there and this goes up. Okay, not as far, but in between those I think we can fit a small stockpile. Like that. That will be where the woodcutter will, I guess. Oh, let's actually stop that. We shouldn't build the woodcutter like that. We should change that and build the woodcutter facing downwards. Because then, when the woodcutter have taken the logs and cut them into wood, they will put the wood over here on this stockpile. But right now we don't want this woodcutter to be built. We need the blacksmith first. Let's see, we have that house, we have the hunting cabin, and we have Gadror's hut. Oh, and we have Gadror's. You can also see different symbols. The question mark is that the person doesn't know what to do. The house is that they are lacking a house, and there are a few others that I hope we won't see. So this, we have all of the resources for the houses collected, and that's good, those will be built, but we also have the storage barn. And that needs a few more stone, but we have them in stock, so it's no problem, we just have to wait a little bit. The reserve of stone is low. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some stone from over here, I guess. And let's not press the Q button, as I was about to do. So we got another house, and that means people will grab stuff. And we get yet another house. And hopefully, I don't think it will be enough, but it should be almost enough to get all people into houses. And then we need this storage bomb. Oh yes, that's good. We have all the resources for that as well. Now we have houses for most of our people. This symbol is that the house, if it's a house, it doesn't have any firewood. If it's a people, the person is freezing. So there we go. We have a hunting cabin, Gador's hut. We soon have the storage barn. Let's get the blacksmith created. And once we have that, we still have 6 people without houses. Once we have that, let's not do that. Once we have that, let's actually not do anything, right now at least. Because we really want the blacksmith to be built, and we can't afford to do anything else. Another problem with the houses, as I said, the people are grabbing resources, grabbing firewood and grabbing food, which means that our amount of stored food will be quite a bit lower than expected when we first start out. That's why I want to wait a little bit with building the next house. But right now we have this. Do we have enough? We have enough iron, we don't have enough stone, and we do have enough logs. So let's get some more stone. Let's see, we still have 4 tools, so we should be fine. That's not what I wanted to do. Cancel removal of this. And remove stone instead. That's what we want to collect, please. And that. And that. And if we have any stone over here, no we don't. Okay. Storage for logs, stone and iron is near capacity. Okay. That's actually kind of good. And it reminds me that I forgot to place some storage over here. I already said it, but let's actually get some storage now. That's a big stockpile. That should be able to store whatever we need. This is full and this have just been started. So we have plenty of room now. Oh, and stuff are getting stored over here as well. But now we have a lot of fish. We have this bone. And we still have 720 food. Let's see. We are getting the stone that's needed. We already have the logs. But we don't have any firewood. Okay. So before... What? The reserve of stone is low. Yeah, that's true. Let's prioritize getting stone. So, what we want, once this is built, we don't actually want more houses, because we can't, I don't think that the houses makes any sense if we can't make sure that the people are getting warm when they are in it. It's, well, they make sense in the way that we get children, and that's great, don't get me wrong, but it might be better to wait a bit to build up a little bit of a firewood and a little bit of a food, and then we can worry about getting more houses and a bit of tools. But the tools aren't important for getting the house done. That's just bonus. Okay, but let's set one person to be a blacksmith and one less builder. What happens, by the way, when the people don't have anything to do? Let's say that we have all the food that we can have. The fishermen will go and work as laborers for a while until more food is needed, and then they go back and do some fishing, and they will continue like that. Okay, now we have all of the stone. We do need a bit of iron. The reserve of iron is low. Yes, you're totally right. Actually, we do need iron once this is built, so let's collect that iron. And now when we are building this blacksmith, we can start building the woodcutter. So the blacksmith will be built, and the woodcutter can be... we can do all of the work for getting that built later on. And this is also a really important part of it, to handle the firewood. Yeah, this is 69% complete, but we have 4 tools. In both of the previous games I started today, I actually went down and were missing tools before I got it sorted. So this is really a lot better than what I did earlier. And we have 10 adults and 5 kids. 5 children. I don't know if there's a difference. But I want to see... Yeah, let's place one. Let's actually place 2 more houses. Hopefully that's enough to get everyone into buildings. Because we have more than 1,000 food right now. So we are fine when it comes to food. And once we get the woodcutter built, it's usually pretty fast to get a lot of firewood. So that it looks like everything is turning out quite okay. Let's prioritize this, please. Let's get another builder. Simply because we don't need a lot of resource management, resource gathering people right now. And the next thing I want to do, we have this, which when we have the market, inside this circle, people can go and grab things from the market. And we will have a person going around from the market, collecting stuff from everywhere, to make sure that we have all that we need in the market. So it will be way faster for people to collect stuff once we have that. But that's some time away. But inside this area, I want to concentrate on building houses, building stuff for traders, miners, well, not miners maybe, but physicians, cleric, whatever. That is more industrial buildings. Oh, we have the woodcutter. Let's add a person as a woodcutter. There we go. Now we are actually starting to get somewhere. And it's winter again. But I want to expand downwards. Oh. So let's get this road built. The reason I want to expand downwards is I want to expand further than this. And then I want to actually build this stuff down here instead. Because this will all be converted into town area. Down here we will be able to have those buildings without causing trouble. Without getting into a territory where we don't know if this is right or whatever we should do. And we also want to get a herbalist. A herbalist gather herbs, and those are used to get better health basically. And we can see that our health is 3.5 out of 5, so it's not that we need it right now, but we do need it. Okay, and we can say we have a lot of venison, we have a bit of leather, and we still have 2 people without a house. I'd say let's build another house over here. There we go. Now we have all of the houses built, all of the initial houses at least, and we still have quite a bit of food, so the food situation for once seems to be okay. But let's not stop with the food production just because of that. We need to continue that, otherwise we will regret it. So if we look at that, look at the circle, it stops right around here. So where is the best position to place, where is it? To place a hunting cabin? Well, I would say about here. Because it covers as much of the area as possible without overlapping the town we have. So let's get... That's not what I wanted to do. Let's get that built. Let's get a gatherer's hut as well. There we go. That's the 2 main buildings. Actually, let's No, let's continue with this. And now when we have that, let's get a road in between and get it. Oh, that's actually perfectly connected up to the already existing road. So let's get this road built, and then we need to collect what we have. We need one of the what do you call them? One of the storage barns. Let's put it just beside these. We also need a few houses. Let's start with, actually, let's start with a house beside the storage barn, and then we need a small stockpile. No, we don't. We don't, because we need another building as well, but I didn't build at the other place. No, let's actually build a stockpile over there. I changed my mind. Let's build a stockpile from here to here. Yeah, that's good. And then we want another house. Turn that way. And then we need another building on this side, which is the Forester Lodge. What this can do is to plant trees and cut down trees, but I normally only use it to plant trees. So we have a lot of building going on here, at least when the people get to it. But we do have everything we need, I think. We are getting a little bit low on food, but that might be since we have 3 new houses and we have loads of kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. That's great. Oh, or we can just read it over here. Whoops. So doing this, we do want to, well, yes, we want to prioritize the stockpile. If we increase the priority of that, then we can get that, and whatever we remove to build the other structures can be placed in the stockpile. And then we can get a house, and then the people living there is the one that's building the whole thing. But we are down to 390, 400 food. Yeah, it's not great at the moment. Actually, I will increase the amount of hunters and decrease the amount of builders to make sure we get a little bit more food. The problem with this hunting cabin is that it's right about our town. And it's the same for the gatherer's hut. Can somehow see the statistics, which shows that we are getting a bit of a food, and the same in this, but we are not getting an enormous amount of food. The reserve of firewood is low. That's fair. Oh, the reserve of logs, that's not good. Let's get some trees cut down. And I think let's get a line over here. That normally won't create a big difference. Okay, now we have the stockpile. Now let's prioritize. Where do we have that? I think we have it like over here. Let's prioritize this house. Then people don't have to walk as far to get the rest of the work done. Oh, and the hunting cabin have been started in a great way. Okay, we are back up when it comes to food. And I think, by the way, when we get this done, we will keep this for now. Let's have a look at the fishing dock, the statistics. Yeah, almost 900 fish in a season. If we compare that to the hunting cabin, which got us 200 food, and the gatherer's hut that got us 450, 500 food something. This is way better. But think about eating fish or as your only type of food. No, thank you. And you also have to remember, we have the same amount of fishermen as we had gatherers and hunters together. One thing, oh yeah, we actually are by the water over here as well. Reserve of logs is low, yes. We are working on that. What we might be able to do is to place another fishing dock over here. And it's close to this area, so we don't need to do a lot of extra stuff for it. Just place it over here and we get another area that gives us food, and we already have the buildings lined up to be built. So yeah, this is looking great. I don't remember if I told you about this storage cart. It's basically the initial storage we had, the initial resources. Now, of course, we have the stockpiles and the storage barns to store everything, and we will get the market eventually. But the storage cart, let's not. The storage cart contains a little bit of everything when we start, so that's really good. We can see that, we have the up arrow over here when the blacksmith, meaning that we had more tools than we have requested. So let's not have a person being a blacksmith. And we can see that the woodcutter have stopped working. And if we investigate why, it shows that we have no stored logs. But it also shows that we have 116 stored firewood, so maybe we don't need the woodcutter right now. Let's disable it. Oh, we have a house, and then we are doing the hunting cabin. And we have 2 gatherers and 2 hunters, which is great, because then one can move here and one be at the old area, but we want to increase the priority of the storage barn as well. To make sure that we get somewhere to store the food we find over here. Also, when we have done this, we want a road to continue down, and somewhere over here where we have an area that we don't touch really, we will get, where is it? We will get a herbalist. The herbs that we can get are best if they come from an area that is untouched. So we want an untouched area, basically. But we need more wood right now. So let's get some more wood cut down. There we go. Oh, and we need more stone as well. Okay. We have a bit of stone around this area. Let's get that. Okay. So the people are working hard, and we have been moving 2 persons to these 2 areas. Actually, that's not what we want. We don't want any people over here until we have the wooden house, or until we have the storage barn, because then they would get the food, and then they would have to walk all the way up here or here or here to deliver the food. And no, that doesn't seem like a good idea. So let's get this done first. Let's have a look. We have 1 person living in this house. Maybe we should wait a little bit with building new houses to make sure that people can actually get a little bit older before we have houses for them. We are currently running at 5 times speed. Let's do it at 10 times speed instead, doubling the speed. This game you usually can use the 10 times speed fully, so that shouldn't be a big problem, although we don't know in this case, of course. But normally it's not a big problem. Yeah, I don't want to get more trees removed from here until we have the forester lodge and we can plant more trees. And as you see, it's within this circle we can plant trees, so everything outside will have to regrow by itself. Ooh, but we are low at logs and stone and firewood. Maybe we should get... Can we get these trees? We don't need, I think. Let's get those removed. There we go. Actually, let's... How do we do it? Cancel removal over here. And over here. Then we have a few trees where we can... Oh, actually over here as well. Then we have a few small areas where the trees can continue growing from. Okay. And we have a bit of logs now. So let's get a new woodcutter in. Because we have no firewood left. So we need more of that. And what's happening over here? Oh, we have the storage barn and we almost have the house as well. Let's make sure to get the house and then we will activate those two and we can get more people as gatherers and... Yeah, gatherers, I think. Because we are getting down a bit. There we have that house as well. We have no one living in it, but we have the house. That's actually pretty bad. That's a builder, that's fair, not fair. Yeah, I don't really want to activate these until we have people living in these houses. It seems like a waste, to be honest. Let's get the road to continue, and then we want the forester lodge. Wait, this one. Let's pause it. Pause, please. I was thinking forester. Yeah, we could place it over here, and that would be a better usage than the stockpile. So let's cancel this. Let's hope we get the resources back. We might or might not. But let's build a small stockpile over here, and then we will remove everything by tearing down this stockpile. And then we get everything... Oh, let's build it over here, actually. Then we can run the road down over here, and we have everything just a little bit closer together. And this one we can remove later on if we choose to. Which we probably won't. Or will we? No, this is a bad placement. Let's get it removed. And let's move it to this corner instead. 4x4, that's plenty of space. Then in this corner, the advantage is that it's closer to the town center. So if we have it over here, then people can easily grab it, and it's not far away from the forester lodge, which will be here. So everything will be together in a great way. Oh, and we want a fishing dock as well over here. We have 500 food. Let's see how the amount of food changes over time. Oh, let's see. We have 2 people living there now, and one person living there. That means we can get these 2 set up to work again. Great. We have 44 tools. We have 187 firewood. Let's cancel the woodcutter for now. And we have this stockpile set up. So let's get rid of this stockpile. Which will of course mean that the people have to run here to get stuff and deliver it somewhere else. which happens to be over here. That's why I built that first. We could have done it anyway, but then people would have had to run all the way up here. Oh, or here. That's a really small stockpile. We have to do something about that. But not right now. A forester lodge. There we go. Now we have that as well, at least planned. And we want to build a road like that, but this piece of the road, we can remove that. So let's remove that road. And let's continue with this road. Going downwards. Something like that, I guess. Oh no. We have the circle ending about here. Let's see what happens when we choose the herbalist. Have the road over here. Let's just put it at the end of the road, I think. There we go. We have the herbalist building. We want to have a house for the herbalist and family, of course. And we want a storage barn. So let's pause this. Let's pause the house because we don't have enough people really, but we can build a storage barn. Oh, and we have the forester lodge. Let's remove the cat. Actually, if you have it, I don't think you get enough resources back. So let's add one forester, and now we should have gather, builder, okay. Now we should have enough for what we are using over here, I think. But I think we are losing a little bit of food. Oh, we have more laborers. We could add more gatherers, and we should build the fishing dock now. So let's do that. Let's see if we can build it. Continuing this road? No, not really. But by going down by one, it's not that bad. And let's build it over here to get... I think that the more water you get inside a circle, the more fish you can catch. So let's do that. And then we see we need a home as well, or a house. Let's build it like that, and let's see, how did we build this? Okay, we can't build the road in a straight line. The straight line is over here. Oh, there we go, and there we go. Yeah, there's a small part that doesn't have any connection, but we can't do much about it. Oh, we have no firewood again. Okay, I think from now on we should always have the woodcutter going. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I was building this house and we needed to be working immediately. So I wasn't thinking about building the house. We don't have... Well, we do have a bit of food. And we will get more food. And we do have a little bit of firewood. And we are getting more of that as well. Oh, we have no clothes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We want more hunters. The reason is not about food. The reason is that with hunters we get leather, and the leather can be used to create clothes, which makes sure that we are not freezing. So let's do this. We do want more fuel than this. Let's limit it to 2,000 instead of 200. And fuel is the woodcutter, by the way. Or the, yeah, the whatever it's called. The firewood. The reason we want it is that it's great to trade with. The resource of logs is low. Yes, I can imagine it is. But we have gotten this up and running. Let's go and grab a bit of harvest a few trees. This overlaps quite a bit. We don't want to harvest the trees further down than about this line. But we need to harvest trees, so let's harvest a few trees like this. To get some more logs, to get more firewood and get for building stuff. Do we have this? Oh yes, that storage barn is built. What's happening with our houses? We actually have enough houses right now. We have enough people to handle all of the houses. Yeah, I think we can continue with this house. I think we have what we need for this. Oh, we don't have a stockpile over here. But I don't think it's that necessary. It would be good, but it's not necessary. So let's try to forget that we don't have it and get some stone over here. Yeah. Adding a stockpile over here is of course totally possible, but doesn't add that much. It's 3 buildings we want. I don't think it's that necessary. Yeah, and we are getting food. We are up to 1,500 food. That's really great, actually. So now I'm a little bit more at ease with everything. Yes, we don't have a lot of firewood, but we have a stable population. We have plenty of food. We have fire. The reason for the firewood is that we haven't been cutting firewood. So I think this is... Oh, we don't have any coats, we don't have medicine or coal or alcohol, but that's not really important. We have the essentials, and that's what I'm worried about right now. But I think that have to be the end of the first episode. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we will continue building. Thank you so much. Bye.